Hello everybody! Welcome to the Fire Up Your Metabolism, the secrets to eliminating body fat, day number 6, exercise. So this is probably one of my favorite days, probably because when I got started in the health and fitness world, I assumed that exercise was the key. It was the number one trick, and it is highly important. It is extremely important as far as building muscle. But the nutrition part, the reason why we covered the nutrition the first 5 days and didn't get to exercise until 6 is because, like I said on day number 1, you can work out every single day, 6 hours a day if you want to. You will see little results when it comes to building muscle mass. You might see a change in your physique a little bit, and you might see some weight loss, but that's not going to stick around as long as you don't continue to work out 6 hours a day. And who realistically has 6 hours a day to work out? Not to mention who actually enjoys working out. So before we get started talking about exercise, I want to put a blanket statement out there that when it comes to exercise, our bodies are huge adaptation machines, meaning that it will regularly adapt to whatever you are exposing it to. So don't be surprised if you have a workout that you lose weight on and then 4 weeks later you try to use that same workout and it doesn't work. Your body has adapted to it. It has grown to that. So it's not going to continue to work. So that is why you have to continuously change up your workout. You cannot be doing the same thing over and over again. That is also what I do with my clients in nutrition. We keep it changed up so that your body doesn't hit a plateau, which I'm sure all y'all are familiar with, hitting a plateau. In essence, you really should never hit a plateau, but it happens. So before I begin, let me ask you all a question that I ask all my personal training clients. So if you only had 20 minutes to work out, what would you do? Cardio or lift weights? Resistance training, I should say. Cardio or resistance training, which one would you do? Which one do you think is going to give you the most bang for your buck? You're going to get the most results from that 20-minute workout. Which one would it be? So put in the comments below. I will not be surprised if the majority of you get this wrong, because the majority of my clients get this wrong. So does anybody know what the answer is? Do you do cardio or do you do weights first? So the answer to that question is you always want to lift weights. Now you do want to warm up for 5 minutes before you start lifting weights, but you always want to do cardio after you lift your weights. So the reason for that, well, let me backtrack. So if you're making that decision on far as what form of exercise you're going to do that is giving you the most bang for your buck, if you're thinking about how many calories you're going to burn while performing the exercise, then hands down, cardio will win every time. You will burn more calories while performing a cardio routine than you will be when you're performing a strength training workout. So, but you have to look at it. Well, I'll get to that later. So the reason why muscle training is so much more important, or resistance training, let me say, is so much more important is that cardio does not create muscle. Let me repeat that. Cardio does not create muscle. It will help you to lose fat, but it will not create muscle. So you're only working out, if you think about it, you're only working out for 30 minutes to an hour, okay? You have 23 other hours in the day. What are you doing in those 23 hours to help you burn calories? If you're just doing cardio alone, then you're not doing anything those other 23 hours to burn calories. I'm sorry, you're not. Now, you can create what's called an afterburn if you're doing high intensity interval cardio, which I will explain a little bit later. So an afterburn means you're burning the same amount of calories that you were when you were working out after you finish. With HIIT cardio, you can create maybe like a 20 or 30 minute afterburn, which is pretty significant. So you work out for 20, 25 minutes, you're actually burning the calories of 40 to 50 minutes of workout. But muscle, creating muscle burns calories all day long, even while you're sleeping. So hands down, the answer is always, always, always going to be do resistance training. So now if you're doing resistance training, let me ask you this. So if you're going to do both forms of exercise, if you're going to do resistance and cardio, which one do you do first? Obviously, you want to do resistance training. The reason for that is if you do your cardio first, you're going to burn all the glycogen or the sugar that's in your body, which is good. It sounds like a good thing. That is a good thing. That's the reason why you're exercising. But if you do that before you go to lift weights, you're not going to have the energy to lift heavy enough to really give that muscle the resistance it needs to grow or to tear so that it can grow. So you want to do your resistance training first, then do your cardio, so you're making sure that you're burning all the glycogen in your body, all the sugar in your body, but you have enough energy to lift heavy enough. When you're lifting weights, if you are, let's say on your 10th rep, if you are not struggling to get that weight up, you should not be doing any more than 12 reps of a resistance training exercise. If you're not struggling on that rep 10, then you're not lifting heavy enough, okay? You need to up your weight. Now, let me just say real quickly, never add weight and compromise form. Form is the most important. It is astonishing when I go to the gym how many people I see doing the workout poorly or inaccurately. So they're not actually targeting all the muscles they think they're targeting. It's miraculous. More times than not, people are not doing the exercise correctly. So never compromise your form to lift heavier. But this whole idea of low weight, high rep is literally a complete waste of time. You might get a little cardio workout in because your heart rate will be raised because of the resistance, but you're not building any muscle mass. And muscle is what we're going for here, guys. Muscle burns fat all day long, even while you're sleeping. So this is why I'm all about lifting weights as opposed to doing cardio. In fact, I have found with most of my women that when they start lifting weights, they realize that their self-confidence gets a boost because they realize things they thought were impossible before they can actually do. So it raises their self-confidence. In addition to helping you lose weight and burn calories all day, it's raising your self-confidence. Isn't that what we all want? We want to feel better when we look at ourselves in the mirror. I mean, that's what I want. So let me explain high-intensity interval cardio to you. So high-intensity interval cardio is not done for more than 20-25 minutes. If you're able to do high-intensity cardio training or HIIT cardio for longer than 20 to 25 minutes, then you're not doing it properly. So HIIT cardio means, so you warm up for, let's say, 2 minutes. Let's say you're going for a 20-minute cycle. You warm up for 2 minutes at a level of like 6. So you're rating your body intensity from a level of 1 to 10. So a 1 is obviously you're doing very little. A 10 is you can barely speak. You cannot get the words out. You can barely breathe. So you want to warm up at a level 6 for about 2 minutes. Then you're going to go high intensity at like a 7 or an 8, maybe a 9 if you can, but I wouldn't start there. 7 or 8, now let's go 8 or 9 for 2 minutes. Then you're going to come back down to a level 7 for 1 minute. And then repeat that 3-minute cycle 4 times. Then you're going to cool down for 2 minutes at a level 6, and you've just created a 20-minute HIIT cardio. So warm up for 2 minutes at a level 6, 2-minute interval at 8 or 9, 1 minute recovery at a level 7, and then repeat that cycle however many times you want, no more than 5 times. And then cool down at a level 6 for 2 minutes. You've just gotten a HIIT cardio, and you've created an afterburn of like 25 or 30 minutes. That's great. Why do I say HIIT cardio and not long bouts of just moderate cardio? So HIIT cardio has been proven to be far more effective at burning calories, not only while you're doing it, but creating the afterburn. So in moderate bouts of cardio, you're at the same speed for about 30 to 45 minutes. I see this happening all the time. I'm not saying it's not good cardiovascular, but I'm all about getting the most bang for your buck while you're there because I want to spend the least amount of time in the gym because after all, we all have lives that we want to live. So HIIT cardio, because your heart is actually fluctuating up and down with the intensity and the recovery, you're burning more calories during it. So HIIT cardio is always the way to go whenever you're doing cardio sessions at all. So how long do you need to work out? Believe it or not, when I see these people in the gym for an hour, hour and a half, I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you spending an hour? Don't you have more things to do than spend an hour and a half in the gym? Now, when I was training to compete in a bodybuilding show, I probably spent from warm up to cool down probably an hour in the gym. But I had a very old school trainer. It was my first competition, so I did everything he told me to do. I had a very old school trainer that believed in moderate cardio, 30 to 45 minutes after every training session. So that's what I did. It was long, arduous, boring, and to be honest, I'm really scarred from life from that experience. That was 3 months of cardio every single day, 30 to 45 minutes every single day. It left the worst taste in my mouth. I hate cardio. Now, that's probably why I lift weights 6 days a week, which I do. I lift weights 6 days a week. I do cardio in between those lifting weight sessions. So I will use a weighted jump rope. So it's like you're jumping rope, but they're weights, so it's not actually going over your head. And I will do like 1 to 2 minutes in between each of my weight sets. 1 to 2 minutes. 2 or 3 days out of the week, I will do longer bouts of cardio in between those weight sets. So when I say longer bouts, I mean like 4 minutes, 5 minutes max. Again, I'm not a cardio person. I hate it. I utterly hate it. It's advantageous when you're trying to lose body fat. I'm not denying that. It has a place. But I look at working out as what can I get the most bang for my buck and what's going to help me all day long. Cardio doesn't help you all day long, guys. It doesn't. Building muscle will. Now, when I talk about building muscle, I am not saying that you have to lift weights. You can add resistance to any form of exercise. In the swimming pool, you can add resistance. And obviously, you're not taking a dumbbell into the swimming pool. You can add resistance. So don't think that I'm telling you you have to join a gym and you have to start lifting dumbbells and barbells. That's not what I'm saying. I would be lying if I said that's not the most effective method. It is. But you can add resistance with just your body weight. In fact, that's where I would recommend. If you haven't been doing any resistance and you're just a cardio king or queen, then just start with body weight exercises, push-ups, squats, anything that you're using resistance and creating muscle. It doesn't have to be long, arduous, and boring. Make it fun. If you're new to exercise, pick something you enjoy so that you're not dreading to work out. So if you're new to working out, this is what I tell my clients. Work out every single day for 5 minutes. That's it. 5 minutes, guys. Whether that's walking, running, dancing, I don't care what you do. 5 minutes every day. You can work out longer if you want to, but the point is that you're training the neural pathways in your brain to know that exercise is a regular part of your daily routine. So the reason why I say don't work out more than that is because oftentimes what I have is a client say, well, I did 30 minutes yesterday, so I don't have to work out today. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. You don't form neural pathways by doing it 2 or 3 days a week. You have to do it every day. So whatever it is, 5 minutes every day, guys. Every single day. That's it. If you're new to working out, that's all I'm asking you to do. 5 minutes. If I tell you, if you're new to working out and I tell you do resistance training twice a week and cardio twice a week and yoga once a week, how long are you going to stick with that? A couple weeks? Maybe a couple months, but unlikely. You will revert back to doing probably nothing. So that's why I say keep it simple, guys. Don't overload your system. The ideal here is this is not a short-term practice. This is something we're going to do the rest of our lives. Now, as far as how long you should work out, back to that, I know I didn't really answer that. If you're doing resistance and cardio, you should be at the gym no longer than 45 minutes. You should be able to get in and out in 45 minutes. Now, if you're doing a lot of talking in between and gabbing, so you're not really working out, then yeah, it's probably going to take you longer. But is that what you go to the gym for? Do you go to socialize? Some people do. But I go to get there and get out. I put my headphones in, so very few people talk to me. I know that sounds rude. But again, my goal is not to be in the gym all day. I want to get in, get out, and live the rest of my life, but have the most impact on my day. So 35, 45 minutes at the max if you're doing resistance and cardio training together. If you're not, now I work out, like I told you, I work out 6 days a week. I lift weights. So 5 days a week, I lift weights and do cardio for about 35 minutes. That includes my warm-up, so the kind of warming my body up, stretching it out. That includes my cool down, so letting my heart rate get back to normal. 45 minutes at the most, generally 35 minutes, combining both of those. Again, I'm all about efficiency. I personally feel like you need to move your body every single day for at least 20 minutes. Our world as a society, we have become very sedentary. Our jobs are mostly sitting at a desk. We don't have a lot of physical activity in our lives. So 20 minutes every single day. If you think about it, many people, I won't say you in general, but many people go to a job they dislike every day and spend 6 to 8 hours at that job they dislike, which is, chances are, is hurting their health because they dislike it. Their body is producing cortisol hormones. And if you remember, as I said before, losing weight is a hormonal issue. It's all about the hormones. So when you are highly stressed, you're producing a lot of cortisol. So if you hate that job you're dreading going to every day, you're producing a lot of cortisol. It's not helping your health. Now, I'm not saying quit your job. What I'm trying to point out is that if you can put 6 to 8 hours into something you don't like, you're telling me you can't put 20 to 30 minutes into your health every single day? Is that really so much to ask? 20 to 30 minutes to help you feel better. Now, as far as what time of day to work out, when I first started working out, I'm sorry, Macy, stop it. Let me let her out real quick. I apologize, guys. I got very high maintenance kids. They're my kids. So, what was I talking about? I don't even remember. Long bouts of cardio, not long bouts of any workout, not recommended, okay? Too long of a workout, your body becomes catabolic, which means it's burning the muscle you're trying to create, so it's not a good. I love it when I hear people say, oh, I love to run. I look at them and I'm like, are you okay? Did you fall and hit your head? Are you stroking or something? Who in the hell likes to run? Like, who? I hate to run. I utterly hate to run. Now, I'm flat-footed, so I don't run properly. Like, if you watch me run, I probably exert far more energy than what the average person does. I've never had someone teach me the proper technique to running. There's a technique to it. So I just don't like it. The treadmill was never my friend. I never chose that cardio machine when I was at the gym, never. But your body does need to move every day. So like I said, I lift weights 6 days a week and do a little cardio on Sundays as my yoga day. So a day of movement, but not the intensity or the impact. Yoga also helps to elongate your muscles. It helps to decrease the lactic acid, which is buildup that when you're working out, when you're lifting weights, you build up lactic acid. So yoga really helps to stretch that, decrease the lactic acid in your body. There's no specific form of yoga. I just have a couple of moves that have felt good to my body, and that's what it's all about, is making yourself feel good. Now, when I first started doing yoga, I followed a certain routine, and I noticed when I got done, there was a couple moves that would make my body sore, and I did those for like a month because I'm a disciplined person. If somebody tells me to do something, I'm going to do it. And then I just started thinking one day, like, why am I doing those certain moves? They make my body hurt. Why am I doing them? I took those out, and yoga is like my most favorite day. It really is. It's low impact. Your body feels all stretched and elongated. It's amazing. I would recommend everybody do it. It doesn't matter what health you're in. If you can't run and you can't even walk briskly, I guarantee you can do yoga. Now, I wouldn't go full force and do the hot yoga where you're in a room at 110 degrees. That's pretty intense. I wouldn't do that. In fact, I've never personally done it myself. I don't like to be hot, so that's my thing. But so today, your growth work is to download the activity log that I will upload into the Facebook group. So I created this log for my clients so that they got the maximum impact while they were in the gym. So they spent the least amount of time in the gym, but got the most out of it. Now, in this activity log, there's a column for each day, a time that you're going to work out, and then you're going to list what you're doing for resistance, cardio. There's a column in there for yoga. There's even a column at the very end. It says something to the effect of how you can improve next week. So whether you're doing your intensity and you feel like you could go up another intensity. add that, or you feel like you could add 5 pounds to your resistance, put that in that column, and then that you know to do that the following week. Again, the reason for this activity log is you want to spend the least amount of time working out as possible. If you know exactly what you're going to do every day, you will not spend that much time in the gym, or if you're doing it at home, wherever you're doing it at, spending the least amount of time in the gym. Let's just logically think about it. If you have a 45-minute workout, are you going to look forward to that 45 minutes? I mean, you're probably not going to look forward to 20 minutes either, but it's a whole lot easier to get a 20-minute workout done than it is to get 45 minutes. Now, I'll be real honest with you guys. I don't enjoy working out. There was a time, back in 2007, there was a time that I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was psyched up. I was pumped. I'm going to take you with me because I got to let my dog in now because I'm maintenance. So I was psyched up. I was pumped to go to the gym every day. I was. And I worked out in the evenings. I worked out after work. It was not a problem. I didn't have to worry about, would I make it to the gym? I work out now in the mornings. The reason that I do that is because, first of all, when you work out, you release a lot of endorphins, serotonin, norepinephrine, dopamine, and it releases a lot of energy hormones as well. So you want to utilize those energy hormones throughout the day. You don't want to do it in the evening. You especially do not want to work out in the evening. That is the worst thing to do. Now, if your option is work out in the evening or don't work out at all, obviously it's work out in the evening. You're going to choose the smarter of the two choices. But the reason you don't want to work out so close to bed is because, again, you're releasing a lot of endorphins that are keeping your body up. It's signaling your central nervous system that it's time to be awake. And you're not going to have that melatonin that's going to set in, which we're going to cover that tomorrow. So I would work out at night. I would work out in the morning. Now, a lot of people say, I can't get right up and work out. I understand that, guys. I don't like to work out either. Literally, I'm kicking and screaming the whole way to the gym. Now, I feel great once I start, and I feel even better when I'm done, but I'm kicking and screaming the whole way there, guys. I don't thoroughly enjoy to work out. I just don't. So don't feel like you have to love what you're doing. You're only doing it for 30 minutes, maybe an hour at the most, guys. So I would just say start off with 20 minutes. 20 minutes, move your body every single day. You will feel a difference. I promise you, you will feel a difference. And if you're new to it, then I recommend that you pick something you actually enjoy. Whether, like I said, whether that's dancing or kickboxing, whatever, something that you actually enjoy to get you more in the habit of working out. Let's see. I'm gonna make sure I've covered everything. Do I like to work out? No. But honestly, guys, how many things that as adults do we have to do that we don't enjoy doing? We just do it because it's part of being a mature adult. You have to do it. And I'm sorry, but exercise is one of those things. And believe it or not, your kids are watching you. So if they don't see you exercising, they're not going to feel that it's important to exercise either. Your kids model your behavior. You can't do this because I said so type thing. It just doesn't work. I mean, think about when you were a child. Did you ever listen when somebody said that? Of course not. So exercise is extremely important. Our lives are so sedentary. We don't move enough. I would recommend you exercising in the morning. Do not exercise on an empty stomach, guys. It is not helpful. I know that you're thinking logically, I haven't had anything to eat, so now I'm going to work out and I'll burn all the sugars that are in my body. But if you're trying to lift weights or do any kind of resistance training, you need fuel in your body to work out. Now, I'll just, on a side note, because I brought that up and I didn't intend to, if you're hardcore serious working out, like back when I was competing for a bodybuilding show, you can do cardio on an empty stomach, and that will be beneficial. I just don't recommend it unless you're hardcore dedicated, because it is difficult, guys. You don't have any glycogen. You don't have any sugar in your body to push you. It's pure mental force that's putting you through that. It's difficult. So I wouldn't recommend it, especially if you're new to working out. So make sure you eat like 40 minutes before you go to work out, especially if you're doing resistance training. Also, not included in my notes, I don't know why I didn't do this, but you need to eat something when you get done working out. So just because you ate 40 minutes before you worked out for 30 minutes, and you're like, well, that's too quick to eat a meal. No, it's not. That is the time that your body needs protein and sugar the most. It's probably the one time of day that all the foods I tell you not to eat It's the one time a day that you can actually eat them and it not be as detrimental effect on your metabolism or on weight gain as it would be the other days. I'm not recommending that you work out and then go eat a Snickers bar because your body will metabolize it faster. It will, but that's not my recommendation, obviously. But you've got to have something within 30 minutes, protein especially. You've got to have protein, guys, within 30 minutes of every strength training workout. Not so much cardio, but every strength training workout, you need to fuel your body. You just eliminated all the glycogen that's in your body. You've got to fuel it back up. You need energy. Food is our energy store. Stop looking at caffeine and these pre-workout drinks. I'm not saying they don't have a place. They all are good. They're a serve a purpose. But as society, we are constantly looking for outside things to get us motivated. Just get good sleep, eat good food, and then work out and move your body for 20 minutes. Now, I know some of you are thinking, I got this, I can take all these tips and you'll be able to run with it and have success. And if that is the case, then this challenge has been a success. I am grateful for that. But some of you are thinking, I don't know what to do. I don't know what I like to do. I don't even know where to start. I think I might have this nutrition thing, but as far as exercising, what do I do? How much do I lift? What exercises do I do? Relax, guys. So that's why I'm including the 30-minute free strategy call for everybody. It does not give you points in this challenge, but it does give you a leg up on reaching your 2021 goals. And isn't that why we're here? We want to lose the weight finally for good so that next year we don't have the same weight loss goal that we have this year. We want to lose the weight for good. The only way to do that, guys, is to build muscle. It's the only way. Again, you don't have to go straight to hardcore lifting weights. You can add resistance in any form of exercises, even in the swimming pool. You can add resistance. If you don't do any resistance training now, start with just body weight. Push-ups, squats. You can do squat jumps to add a little cardio burst into that. There's tons of things you can do. You don't have to be a member of a gym. You don't even have to own any dumbbells or barbells. Make a strategy call session with me. I promise we'll come up with a plan that's doable, something that's going to last over the long haul, that you can increasingly add to increase your fitness level, but that's doable right now. So book a strategy call. When I get done with this live, I will upload the activity log. So your growth work for today, I don't know if I explained that, I'm kind of all over the place today. Your growth work for today is to download the activity log and fill it out. And when you're filling it out, guys, don't fill it out based on what you think I want to see you do. I want you to fill it out based on what you're actually going to do. Okay, so just because I think you should do let's just say resistance training twice a week and cardio twice a week, don't put that down just because you think that's what I want to see. I want to see what are you actually doing. Tell me what you're going to do. I believe there's a column that even you can check it off if you've achieved that goal that week. So download the activity log, fill it out, and post it in the Facebook group. And then also schedule your strategy session. I'll put the link in the Facebook group. Schedule your free 30-minute strategy session. Hope this was helpful, guys. Again, move your body 20 minutes every single day. Ideally, put resistance. It will be a game changer for you in losing weight. I promise you. It will be a game changer. Remember, every time you're lifting weights, you're burning calories all day long, even while you're sitting on your butt doing nothing, and even while you're sleeping. You need to add resistance. So all my cardio kings and queens out there, that's great, and I'm proud of you, and I have a whole level of respect for you. I do, because I utterly hate it. I utterly hate cardio. But I have respect for you. Just do it properly. Don't do it before you lift weights. Always do it afterwards. And don't do it on an empty stomach. So, hope this was helpful, guys. Stay tuned. Tomorrow is today was my most favorite because it was just the topic area that I was most interested in when I first got fit and healthy. Like, I thought that was the key to everything. But tomorrow is probably the most important day. It will bring everything full circle for you. It is something that literally very few diet programs or weight loss programs out there mention it, but it is the key to literally getting the results. Like, you can be eating all the right things. I promise you, you can be working out in the gym every day, but if you're not doing this very last trick, guys, you won't see results. It's literally that important. It's kind of like hovers over everything. So stay tuned for tomorrow, day number 7. That trick is going to be the one that you definitely want to implement. So stay tuned for tomorrow. Do your growth work. Upload or download the activity log, fill it out, post it in the Facebook group. Thanks, guys. Schedule your strategy call. Bye. See you tomorrow.